I looked at the mountains, Dholadhar, I could see from the distance, and I was crying. He looked at me and he says, Aja bache, Gujarat se I didn't even know I was from Gujarat. And I went and sat next to him. He says, Duninath Baba Mera naam. It was like I had met my God.
You're a cancer survivor. Not once, but twice.
I think any form of disease in your body is cancer. I feel that yes, there is a physical cancer, but more dangerous is the mental cancer that we're all going through.
It is possible आजकल की इतनी fast paced life
That
में
is
जहाँ
why-
लोग बस भागे जा रहे हैं.
That is why it's the survival of the fittest. Every woman out there needs to be financially independent. You might be married to the Ambanis, for heaven's sake. What I am today is only and only because of that cancer that I have. What is Ayurveda based on? It's based on this concept that yatha brahmande tatha pinde, yatha prinde tatha brahmande.
You talk so much about these stories, Bhagavad Gita. Is that really true? Yeah, these are just beautiful stories. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Moms Unmuted. आज हमारे साथ है एक guest who herself is an inspiration to many women. She is a cancer survivor, not once but twice. She runs a successful business. She's an Ayurveda expert. She believes in yoga, meditation, mythology and so much more. So आप सोचिए आज का एपिसोड कितना informational and inspiring होने वाला है. So grab that cup of coffee and let's begin. Hello Radhika ma'am, thank you so much for being here for this episode of Moms Unmuted. So मैं आपके बारे में बहुत कुछ जानती हूँ. I've been following your story since a long time and you're an inspiration for me. But for our audience, can you give थोड़ा सा brief introduction?
Namaste. Thank you so much for having me. I don't know. It's just that I think every time I say or hear this, I always say I'm a mother first,
Oh.
and then probably an accidental entrepreneur, and definitely a very deliberate spiritual path treader. But entrepreneurship happened very accidentally, and I thankfully had the wisdom of turning it into an opportunity.
Right.
And the motherhood is something that I've always wanted to have. So that's probably the shortest introduction.
So I know that you are a cancer survivor. Not once but twice. So थोड़ा सा बताएंगे because आजकल I see people they lose their willpower मतलब they give up and you've survived this disease twice and now like you're an inspiration to so many women. What kept you going?
This is one of the, I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate that this is one of the hero things about me.
Yeah.
I don't think I give it that much importance, honestly. And I would like to say this to everybody out there who's fighting any form of disease. I think any form of disease in your body is cancer, right? You might not medically, kind of define it as cancer, but every disease that you are kind of inflicting upon yourself is basically changing the way you feel, the way your body functions, and the way the hormones function. Having said that, cancer the first time started with something very simple as UTI, urinary tract infection. Went on to be detected in just about 40 to 50 days into a lot of thickening of the endometrium, so adenomyosis and endometriosis. We were taking medications for that, and then over another 15-20 days, I started to have a lot of uncontrollable bleeding. And then when I went for my pap smear, it was detected as cancer in just the primary stage. I already had 3 children, so they removed the ovaries and they removed the uterus with a hysterectomy, and then they gave me radiation. They said that, listen, this is going to be okay, but it might spread to the reproductive circle of the cervical and the breast, so you need to keep coming for scans. After that, my life was pretty good after all my treatment. In fact, I did very well in my career from that point in time because 2004 was the time I participated in Mrs. India. And when I came the top 5, and then I came back to Gujarat, to Baroda, and I never spoken about all this to anyone. It was a very private thing that I had done for myself. But of course, then I got featured, and that's a different thing. But when I came back, within 6 months, this was detected. All of this was happening. So throughout my 20s and 30s, I was constantly bedridden. I was I had severe case. In fact, I think the throat infections and the urticaria that I had were more severe than cancer that I had. It was that bad, and we're not talking about. So what's happening is we are glorifying a medicine or a disease because a whole industry is revolving around it.
Right.
We all need to understand that any disease, whether it's a throat infection, it is basically a heart congestion, it is anything. An antacid is a reflex that goes with your body where you are constantly not able to digest your food, are equally serious
Right.
because they are the ones that lead you to diseases like cancer.
Sense.
Emotional well being of a woman is of utmost importance by the time she's 16 years old. The emotional well being, because that's when the woman is going through a lot of crazy, raging hormones. And nobody's addressing that. And then we talk about cancer, which actually could have been easily avoided given that you had a healthy, emotional, spiritual, mental well being.
Right.
If you had talked about it. I believe that the cancer of the mind is what we should really look at. Looking at complicated ideas, looking at things that we only say for the sake of saying, when we don't mean anything, everything is shallow, people aren't really being honest in their work, to themselves, to relationships. So, if you talk to me about cancer, I feel that yes, there is a physical cancer, but more dangerous is the mental cancer that we're all going through.
Right. And I've heard it all started from Himalayas, Anahata,
We did
organic.
start from, yes, Anahata started from the Himalayas, but I think my journey was a lot to do with the kind of bringing up I had. I came from a very orthodox, simple Tamil Brahmin family, and our values is what I'm very proud of. When you look at certain cultures in the country, even in Gujarat, or even in Punjab, or even in Rajasthan, there are certain sections of the society that are still stuck to the roots.
Right.
We might call it orthodox because they are a little orthodox because they're not flexible, but deep inside, the principles that they embody even today are something that the entire world needs to know about. So, cut back to the story of my skin allergy. It was crazy. I had to live in a in a very temporary accommodation for a long time because the house we were living in, which is very luxurious, I thought that the energy came from there, and that's what happened, which we found out later on. And I did a lot of crazy tests. My body went through crazy things. The kind of, first of all, according to allopathy, allergy is something that cannot be diagnosed. So we think allergy is a condition, but allergy is actually a state where you have no medicine and it is termed as allergy. You understand?
Right.
So for me to understand that they were trying to find something they did not know. They did not know what they were looking for.
Correct.
To the extent that I was displaced because I could not stand the eczema. I had small children. I had to manage that. This is when there was a kahani mein twist. And in 2007, I found this unbelievable doctor called Dr. Pankaj Thabi, who's unfortunately, just for the sake of humanity, is no more.
Oh.
And he told me, and somebody gave a reference, said, you know what, Radhika, you are suffering so much with this eczema. You know, that so much that I had forgotten about the uterine cancer and I'd forgotten about everything. But eczema was crazy. You know, you'd see me every time I'm itching myself.
Right.
I couldn't wear certain clothes. I couldn't be in a certain temperature. And then I was like, why is this happening to me? And they said, you go meet this doctor, this ex person. And I had given up all hope. I said, okay. I went to meet him, and it was a very crowded, small room in the city area of Baroda. And I had to wait for almost 2 hours. And when he saw me and when I saw him, something about the meeting clicked. He was also very happy to see me. He had been like seeing 100 patients before me. I met him and he says, he says in Gujarati, Dik raha to saras thi jaise, that beta, you will be fine. And I was instantly lit by hope.
Right.
You will not believe it. Within 30 days, the eczema,
How?
it had gone. He just corrected my food.
Okay.
And for me, he's God. He is God. I mean, the way he changed my life, and thankfully for me, I had the wisdom to introduced thousands of people to him. So my knowing him and him passing away, we had a good 8, 9 years when I knew him, and I was constantly, I would go sit with him, hang with him, learn. So a lot of my knowledge comes from just being in his presence. So you do not know where your teacher is. You could be teaching me something valuable. If I'm not listening, then I'm the loser. So he helped me to get rid of eczema. Not only that, he helped me to get rid of all the uh, the trauma that my body had faced. I had many miscarriages. I had such crazy throat infections that I could not open my mouth 1 centimeter. So when people talk to me about cancer, my mind races back to these things that were deadlier. And nobody helped me because it was just a throat infection. But now I believe that my cancer had definitely to do with the medicines that I took during these small but very significant ailments.
Right.
All right, because there's something called ADR, adverse drug reaction, that nobody talks about.
True.
Correct? That one allopathic medicine that you take for maybe period pain is going to somehow affect your kidney after 10 years.
Correct.
Right? So people need to really understand that Western medicine is definitely important in times of emergency, accident, trauma, when you have not taken care of yourself and that your body is now beginning to give up. That's when you need allopathy. But to make sure that you do not have any disease, you need to stick to Ayurveda and naturopathy.
So, ma'am, your journey is so multifaceted. मैं बोलूँगी Ayurveda, then yoga, business. So, where did it all begin? कहाँ से शुरुआत हुई?
I think हर साल मैंने कुछ नया किया. After working for 25, 30 years now, I feel that my actual journey of doing something very empowering started when I started my wedding design company called Ivy Boutique along with my partner. फिर 2009 में मैंने अपना योगा सेंटर एस्टैब्लिश किया. 2019 में मैंने उस सेंटर को फाउंडेशन में बदला और 2020 में मैंने अनाहता को शुरू किया. We again cutting back to Pankaj Bhai's story. So the eczema went away. We cut back to that. The eczema went away and everybody around me was shocked because we had spent 3 to 5 years just battling eczema, so much so that I had to leave the house that my in-laws had built. And so much so that they left, we sold that house and lived in an apartment. So much of change had happened because of that one thing that I was going through, which kind of got eradicated in 30 days. Right? And then in 2009, I remember the month of April, I started noticing some lumps on my right breast, start feeling very tender, and like I told you, I'm very wise. I immediately went to the doctor. So we got a mammogram done, and they said that there seems to be some fibroids on your right breast, but this could be just fibroids, and we probably don't need to worry about it. This was in April, mid-April, cut to mid-May. The fiber, because then once you know, you're constantly kind of examining.
Right.
And then, I was like, no, I think I need to go to the doctor. I'm not feeling very good. So when we got the mammogram done the next day, the fibroids that were like 4 or 5 in the first mammogram a month ago had become 105
Oh my God.
within 30 days. And I knew that this was going to happen. I was already warned in 2004. So I immediately went to my gynecologist and she still told me, don't panic. It just could be. Though I was not panicking, I was just wanting to. I said, I have fought my whole life with diseases. I didn't want to go through this. I was devastated. I had 3 small children. And then she said, let's get the mammogram done. When they got the mammogram done, they thought that they should go for a biopsy. So then they took out a swab and then they sent it for biopsy. And even before the result came, I ran to Pankaj Bhai with all the reports. And I told him, listen, I don't have the capacity to now go through this. And, my family was like, you're mad. Why would you do that? I said, see, whatever happens, even if I have to die, God forbid, I will not die in a hospital taking medicines. I will, because this man has helped me heal something that I was traumatized with. That is the background. And the amount of relief, you only know a person who's in a lot of pain to know what the relief from pain means. And that's what I had gone through with Pankaj Bhai. And he says, if you trust me, and he told me it's cancer. And he said, if you trust me, you will have to start medication immediately. And I was ready to do anything. Meanwhile, after 15-20 days, those tests came back and it was cancer. And so we started the treatment after the results came back. And it was a rebellious moment for me. My husband said I have nothing to do with it. My father-in-law, we didn't inform. My mother-in-law was not very sure because she herself had gone through breast cancer. And I never informed my family, my mom, my dad. I never informed any of them. I didn't inform my children. And I said, this is what I'm going to do. And one fine morning, I woke up, and at 6 o'clock, I was at his clinic. And then that treatment went on for about 28 days. And it was torturous. It was painful. So much so that I remember some of my friends, because I had recommended him to a lot of my friends. So I remember one of my friends being at the clinic and nobody knew, right? And then she got to know because the doctor told her that she's getting treated for cancer. And I remember a lot of my friends coming to know about it. And I also remember how much they laughed at me about it. And they said, you're stupid. You can't do such things. And I think it's just a fake thing. I don't think that this is those kind of narratives because
Exactly.
you know
I
how
know, I
women
know.
are. So I think that's unfortunate about Baroda. I feel that such a beautiful city, we were just talking about it,
Yeah.
but such wonderful vibes. My entire success I owe to the city. But unfortunately, I didn't get the support that I should have rightfully gotten from people I knew.
And
But having said that, when I did the treatment, it was very torturous. That is why people don't go through Ayurveda or naturopathy because there is no scientific evidence. Everything is connected to the mind and how you perceive
Exactly.
it, and you cannot kind of put it into figures and facts and data. Um, so it was a difficult journey, but I emerged victorious. At the end of the treatment, after 28 days, not only that my doctor was proud of me because he had not met somebody with so much resilience, but I was proud of myself because I didn't know that I was capable of going through this. And then I went home and I showed my reports. I showed them my pap smear test. I showed them uh, my overall, like my mammography. I took my CT scan, and all clear.
wow.
My husband was not able to believe it. During this 28 days, I had not met him. I said, because if he sees me, he's not going to like what he's seeing. And I said, I want this 1 month for myself. And that was possible because I was financially independent from day one. So there comes the switch. You need to be, every woman out there needs to be financially independent. You might be married to the Ambanis, for heaven's sake,
Right.
because money is a servant.
Right.
You make it a master. Correct. The
Correct.
minute you understand that, you will be able to take the correct decisions at the correct time. So I took off to the Himalayas. My oldest child was in the 7th grade. So when all of this was happening, we decided to put her in a boarding school, and thankfully my family agreed. So we sent Gautami off. So by the time my cancer was detected in June, July, when I was finishing the treatment, she was already in boarding school. Then I had the other two. So Lavanya was in her 4th grade and Vedant was in his 1st grade. And for me, it was a 21-day journey to the Himalayas. And I had to kind of make sure that I have done this on my own. Even the children's responsibility should not be somebody else's. So I sat both my children down and I talked to them. I've always spoken to them. Even when they were born, I was spoken to them. And we would read stories together and look at parrots together. So we had that kind of bond from the beginning, right? Because achanak kuch nahi hota. You need to have had the background and the setup if you do something. And I said, listen, this is a chart, this is a timetable. I'm writing this on the wall. Every day you both will fill this chart. And I told Vedant, Lavanya is responsible for you. She is going to be your mama when I'm not there. Because I'm going through. So I talked to them, they understood. Later on, many people told me maybe you should not have told them all this because it's not very mature. But today I'm complimented for the values that my children have.
How difficult it was
It
as a
wasn't.
mother.
It wasn't difficult. You accept it. It's something that goes on. That's what I'm saying. The wisdom to know that life is not going to be the same. Today I and you are laughing. God forbid something happens to me once I leave the studio. Life is that fickle, it's that uncertain. How can you base everything so permanent in a life that is so impermanent? So while you advocate living for the moment and everything that you want to satiate your senses for the moment, it is important to know that even though everything is impermanent, you know, the journey is permanent. You might be in this physical body, you might not be in this physical body. Tomorrow I might go, but this podcast will be there. The values will be there, the lessons will be there.
Right.
Correct. So it's so deep, and the more you analyze it, it goes deeper into the next birth. What will you be in your next birth? How do you treat death? What is ignorance? There's just so much to know, and all from just the principles of Ayurveda.
Wow.
So when you treat Ayurveda, because there are people who do not believe in it, but when you go through treatment, you understand that you are foolish. Because when you look at treatments like Unani medicines or Tibetan medicines, or you look at Ayurveda or naturopathy or even homeopathy for that matter, though it's much more modern, what do you look at? You're looking at your emotional health. And Ayurveda says that the five elements, the Panch Mahabhutas, are what is made of this entire universe, this world, you, me, this mind, this table, everything is the five elements. And the minute you learn to balance these five elements for your own benefit, they will work for you.
पीपल डोंट बिलीव इन आयुर्वेदा लाइक मैं भी अगर देखती तो मतलब मुझे भी इतना बिलीव नहीं होता है कि और आपने तो इतना बड़ा डिजीज मतलब जिसको हम डेडली डिजीज बोलते हैं वर्ल्ड में कैंसर क्योर कर दिया आयुर्वेदा ने सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक लाइक मतलब आयुर्वेदा कितना रेलेवेंट है आजकल
आयुर्वेद ही रेलेवेंट है और कुछ रेलेवेंट नहीं. अनफॉर्चुनेटली क्या होता है कि जब एक आप ग्रेजुएशन खत्म करते हो और आपने डिसाइड किया कि आप नीट का एग्जाम दोगे, आप मेडिकल प्रोफेशन में जाओगे, तो होता क्या है, ऑल द टॉपर्स गो टू एलोपैथी. जिनको मार्क नहीं मिले वो आयुर्वेद में जा रहे हैं.
आयुर्वेद
उसको बदलना पड़ेगा. टॉपर शुड गो टू आयुर्वेदा, अदर्स कैन गो टू द अदर फील्ड्स. यू नीड गुड पीपल. अब इतना अच्छा विजडम है तुम्हारे देश का, 10,000 साल से भी पुराना, and now you have no takers. That means you are the one who's stupid. I'm sorry, I'm using a very strong word, but this is the fact.
Exactly.
You are ready because Ayurveda is not backed by data analysis. You don't have a governing body. You don't have, but that can be done.
Exactly.
Modern medicine is using every principle of Ayurveda in modern language. आप चाइना चले जाइए, आप जापान चले जाइए, they have only their medicines.
अच्छा.
Do some research. आप तिब्बत चले जाइए, Tibet is only Tibetan medicines. जितनी हमारी इस्लामिक कम्युनिटी, दे हैव यूनानी मेडिसिन्स.
हाँ, राइट.
आप ही हैं जो नहीं यूज कर रहे हैं आयुर्वेद को. हाँ, हैविंग सेड दैट, ऑफ कोर्स गुड डॉक्टर्स हैं कि नहीं, दैट्स अ क्वेश्चन. वो अगर अच्छा ट्रीटमेंट कर रहे हैं कि नहीं, दैट्स अ क्वेश्चन. सर्टेन मेडिसिन्स इन आयुर्वेदा रिक्वायर मेटल्स, दैट्स नॉट बैक्ड बाय इनफ साइंटिफिक डेटा. तो वो है प्रश्न है. बट धीरे धीरे तो शुरू करिए. व्हाई डोंट यू मेक योर लाइफस्टाइल आयुर्वेदिक? तो बीमारी नहीं होगी ना भाई. You follow.
When you say make your lifestyle Ayurvedic,
which we discussed, be close to nature.
Right.
ऋतुचर्या. आप आम का रस खा रहे हो विंटर में फ्रीज करके.
हाँ.
How is it going to help your body? Nature has created those fruits and vegetables to follow a certain rhythm of the atmosphere and of nature, of the earth, water, fire. वो जो चीजें आपके अंदर हैं वही इस भूमि में भी है. एंड देन आप उस भूमि में से जब वो उपज निकलती है और आप उस समय पे उसको खाते हो, इट हील्स यू.
आज केमिकल्स हर जगह है, नॉट जस्ट फूड, मैं बोलूँगी स्किन केयर, टूथपेस्ट भी जो हम यूज़ करते हैं एवरीवेयर. तो हम इतनी सारी चीज़ें कैसे मतलब हाउ डू वी सर्वाइव?
स्लोली ना. जैसे अगर आप दाल में पेस्टिसाइड डल रहा है तो दाल को 1 घंटा सोक कर लो पानी में, 4 बार धो लो, सोक इट फॉर 1 आवर. वी डोंट हैव द पेशेंस. हमको जाना है, हमको एक घंटे में तो दाल रेडी चाहिए. सो देर आर वेज. द वेज आर टू यूज योर ब्रेन. हर चीज के लिए रिसर्च अवेलेबल है. इवन फॉर पेस्टिसाइड grown foods, there is research on what can be done to minimize its effect. You're not looking at it, you're not using it.
So how did you start Anahata Organics? हम हिमालय की बात कर रहे थे.
हिमालय से छोड़ के वापस गए. हिमालय की स्टोरी ऐसी है. तो देन कट बैक टू व्हेन ही टोल्ड मी. ये इतनी डीप स्टोरी है ना. आई Honestly, जब मैं कई बार खुद बात करती हूँ ना, आई फील देयर इज मच टू टेल। मे बी वन डे, मैं हमेशा ये कहती हूँ, अगर प्रबल इच्छा हुई और महादेव की कृपा हुई तो वील राइट अ बुक ऑन इट। अभी ऐसे कोई बुक
You
लिखने का
must.
मन नहीं हो रहा
नहीं हो
है,
रहा है।
ऑनेस्टली। बट द थिंग इज दैट when I went there, I belonged. Yeah, it was like I just belonged. I got down from the cab. I took a flight from Delhi to Dharamshala. I got down from the cab. I looked at the mountains, Dholadhar, I could see from the distance, and I was crying. It was like I had met my God.
It was your calling.
It was a calling. It definitely was a calling. And then crazy stories about the Himalayas. But what happened is I was supposed to go there for 21 days. So I go to this naturopathy center that was recommended. Now that center was also not there because Mahake Shukla ji, who was like Pankaj Bhai, he passed away 4 years ago.
Okay.
सो अब फिर तो वो पूरा डिस्पेट हो गया। वहाँ पे भी काफ़ी मॉडर्न सब कुछ हो चुका है। इन व्हेन यू गो टू हिमालयस नाउ अ लॉट हैज चेंज्ड द लास्ट 15 years. So when I went to Shukla ji and I met him, he told me that we have a very good connection. Why did you come? And he started me off with this treatment, immediate recovery. So it's just uh, a lot of abhyanga, a lot of udvartana, a lot of rasayana. So these are principles of Ayurveda.
Okay.
Rasayana का मतलब है treating your life or disease or lifestyle with food, with herbs, with concoctions,
Okay.
जो seasonal होता है. Then you have Udvartana. Udvartana basically means using dry powders. लाइक चावल का आटा हो गया, किसी हर्ब का आटा हो गया, और उसको वो पोटली में बांध के अपवर्ड मोशन में पूरे शरीर में मसाज करते हैं.
अच्छा.
So this basically says it opens up the layers of the skin, allowing penetration of these beautiful herbs inside your body. So that's Udvardhana. And then there is Abhyanga. So Abhyanga is a hot oil or a warm oil massage throughout the body using a lot of herbs, flowers, herbs, roots, and all. So a lot of that happened. So I was introduced to these concepts. So though it was a naturopathy healing center, they were using a lot of practices of Ayurveda to treat people. So that happened. We would have lectures in the evening by eminent people who had come. So Himalaya is also a place for traveling teachers. Some fantastic ज्ञानी लोग वहाँ पे आते हैं, जैसे 2-3 महीना निकालने के लिए मेडिटेशन तपस्या करने के लिए आते हैं, and you end up listening to them, which you would never have had the opportunity to meet them. So I attended lectures from them, and then I got very interested. At the end of the 18th day, it was just 4 days for me to leave. Shukla ji came and told me, Radhika, you're meant for this. There is a Babaji who lives a little above McLeodganj, and I would suggest that you meet him. There's a village called Bhagsunag, and from Bhagsunag there is Trihund, another village. They said, आप वहाँ पे जाओ, आप 2 दिन उनको सिर्फ मिलकर. So off I went. I was much better. I gained 6 kilos, looking radiant. Went to meet him, and then that meeting is something that I have to make a movie about. But I met him, and then he looked at me and he says, "Aja bachche, Gujarat se." I didn't even know I was from Gujarat, and I went and sat next to him. He says, "Duninath Baba mera naam." So why was it Duninath? Because he had the capacity of doing havan, yajna, जहाँ पे उनका जो धुनी निकलता था वो 15-15 फुट जाता था.
अच्छा.
और ऐसा कहते हैं कि जब वो तपस्या में होते थे तो उस धुनी से सबको महादेव दिखते थे, द शेप ऑफ शिवा in that fire. So that was, he was called Baba Dhuninath. Even he passed away 6 years ago. Passed away means उन्होंने तो समाधि ले ली, तो he's now nowhere there. But anyways, so when I went sat next to him and he told me that तुमको तो यहीं पे रहना है, very casually. I was like, okay. I thought maybe he meant that I'll go come. And then he called up Shukla ji. He says, बेटे को यहाँ रहना है. She has a purpose. कितना महीना रहना है? 6-7 महीना रहना पड़ेगा. I have 2 kids at home.
Yeah.
I'm here for 21 days. Then Shukla ji said, if Babaji doesn't say this to anybody, why don't you consider it? I sat that night. And that was the first night Shukla ji taught me how to meditate. And the morning, next day, I was not very unsure and all that. I didn't even know what I experienced.
Yeah.
But I know I was feeling very peaceful. I called up my husband. I said, I have to stay here for another 5 months. And he said, what happened? And I said, this, I can't explain it. And he says, you know what about the children? I said, listen, you manage. I talked to Lavanya on the phone. I told her that if Mama has to stay here to study something that will help a lot of people, is that okay for you? And she said, absolutely. So 4.5 months I stayed there,
Wow.
and it changed everything. It changed everything. What I am today is only and only because of that cancer that I had. And then I learned that for you to, evolve, you need to break. You know, you need to break. You need to go through misery. You need to be troubled. You need to have. जितना अपमान होता है उतना आप आगे जाते हो वो कर्म करता है तुम्हारा I understood that much later. So today when I look back, I bow down to that cancer. If that cancer had not happened and all the things before cancer had not happened, the disease had not happened, if I had not lived my life in pain and suffering and misery, I would not have been where I am right now. And I know I have a long journey ahead. Correct? And the simple things that I learned from my parents was to respect nature. The simple things that I learned from diseases to value health. When you're feeling good today, your bones are not hurting, you don't have a fever, your face is feeling uplifted, say thank you. Right? The simple things I learned from Himalayas is to always remain grounded.
So you came back, and how did Anahata start?
After that, I came back. I came back from by train, 15th, 16th of October. I remember I came back, I landed and reached Baroda station. My husband was there and my children were there. They couldn't find me. I was in front of them. They couldn't see me. I had drastically changed. And my husband was like, "You were not this good looking even when I met you." And I was a good looking girl, trust me. Changed. Everything changed. My prana had become better. People who met me, and they tell me this even now, that when you come into the room, everything else doesn't matter. When you leave the room, there is a very positive environment.
Your aura.
Yes. So that aura is Himalayas. I am nobody. You go there, and if you do the things I did, probably it'd be better.
So you talk so much about yoga and meditation. जैसे women है या moms हैं specifically, उनके लिए कितना beneficial है आज के इस भाग दौड़ वाली lifestyle में?
इसके सिर्फ बेनिफिट ही बेनिफिट है. देयर इज नो डाउनसाइड टू इट. एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली आज भी आप देखो बेचारा योग टीचर झोला लटका के साइकिल लेके यहाँ से वहाँ घरों घरों जाकर वो योग सिखाता है, विच इज सच अ इंसल्ट टू द क्राफ्ट.
एंड बहुत सारे लोग योगा को एज मीडियम ऑफ एक्सरसाइज या वेट लॉस भी समझते हैं.
वो भी है, ऑफ कोर्स है, बट इट्स ओनली 10%. आपका जो योग का अगर 100% आप लोगे तो उसमें से 5 से 10% इज आसनास. So but वो 5 से 10% can also affect your body and uplift you 100%. So 2 things here I want to use your platform and tell everybody. Please do not call a yoga teacher home. Please. कुएं को प्यासे के पास जाना चाहिए, प्यासी को कुएं के पास जाना चाहिए. So go to a center where yoga is being taught and learn from a qualified instructor. Number 2, practice asanas every single day, even on your own, because it's not very complicated. Stretching, bending to the left and right, squatting, doing a push-up, or just doing a plank are all forms of yoga sukshma kriyas, and you can practice it all.
एंड जैसे हम आयुर्वेदा की बात कर रहे हैं, सो मॉम्स अनम्यूटेड की बात करती है, मेजर ऑडियंस इज moms to be या moms already जो parents हैं. So moms to be who are trying to plan or trying to conceive, Ayurveda उनके लिए कितना beneficial है? There's some herbs or some superfoods.
It's not that simple also. For you to avail the benefit of Ayurveda, you need to practice Ayurveda since a very long time.
अच्छा.
See, Ayurveda is homeostasis. It is the way your body is supposed to be. Correct. We talk about doshas. Now we talk about Ayurveda. We talk about doshas. We
Okay.
say about what are the doshas?
हाँ.
What is it that? तो बहुत लंबा लंबा है तो मैंने कुछ छोटे से शब्द में लिखा है. I'm going to refer it
Yeah.
so that you also can note it down. Okay. Now we understand that doshas are the central concept of Ayurvedic system.
Okay.
जैसे आपको कहते हैं कि अब what is Ayurveda based on? It's based on this concept that ये पूरा ब्रह्मांड यथा ब्रह्मांडे तथा पिंडे यथा पिंडे तथा ब्रह्मांडे means whatever is existing outside is existing within me and vice versa.
अच्छा.
Correct? So it represents the energetic forces of nature. That's what Ayurveda is based on. So write down this word, memorize it. energetic forces of nature. Okay, now there are 5 elements, everybody knows
Huh.
that. So we have the earth, then we have fire, then we have water, then we have air, and we have ether or space.
Space.
ये पंच महाभूत हो गए. Okay, now there are 3 differences in the doshas, which kind of have some of aspects of the 5 elements, while the others have the other aspects of the 5 elements. So we come to Vata dosha. Vata dosha is all air and space.
Okay.
Now, what is the quality of air and space? It moves, it's dynamic.
Right.
Correct? So anybody with a Vata dosha, which I just said, I always am moving. I'm very heavily a Vata dosha person. Okay? And what does it symbolize? It symbolizes creativity. It symbolizes kinetic energy. तभी कुछ बनेगा, right? Then you have the Pitta dosha. It's the simplest explanation. You will not find this anywhere. Pitta dosha comes from 2 elements, fire and water. Why do you need fire? You need it for transformation. You need for, so if you're eating chawal, it needs to get transformed and digested. And all the elements out of it needs to be taken to enhance your metabolism, and then it is excreted out of the body. Correct? So you have Pitta, which is transformation, digestion, intelligence. Also, the body's intelligence is determined by the Pitta in your body. And of course, meditation. The calmness of the body. How your mind can be calmed. Does it have the capacity to remain calm? Is determined by Pitta. If your Pitta is in control, you can actually go into a state of calmness. Why? क्योंकि आपको एसिडिटी नहीं होगा, आपको इंडाइजेशन नहीं होगा, आपका ऐसा कहते हैं ना, सवेरे अगर आपका रूटीन ठीक है तो आपका पूरा दिन ठीक है. This is governed by Pitta. It is directly connected to your metabolism, to your immunity, to your digestion, to everything. Right. Then you have the third one, which is the Kapha.
Kapha.
Right. So Kapha is earth and water. Okay, so what does it mean? It talks about what do earth and water do. अगर एक मिट्टी का घड़ा बनाना है, तो क्या करोगे आप? मिट्टी लोगे, पानी लोगे और उसको शेप करवा. That means what does it mean? It means flexibility.
Right.
Correct. It talks about structure. It talks about lubrication of the joints and the muscles and the tendons. It talks about everything in a particular state and shape.
Correct.
So now when you're born with a bit of all these 3, right? You are born with a bit of Kapha, a bit of Pitta, a bit of Vata. A predominance could be 1, the others 2 could be in a particular proportion. Having understood this, okay, now if you understand that these are the 5 elements that are governing inside of you, you will automatically understand that why you have to eat mango in the summer. Because it will not aggravate the other dosha which is not supposed to be aggravated.
Okay.
You got it? So everything in Ayurveda is in sync with nature. So how can that not be good for you? And if you are not believing in it, maybe you need to study a little bit about it and get educated and incorporate Ayurveda into your day-to-day life.
Correct. So if you had to start your journey from scratch, what's that one thing you would be doing differently?
I think I would have been more aware about my own mind and body. I did a lot of things like how everybody does through influence. I think if I could change that, I would turn that concentration that I was giving outside to within myself. I could have definitely changed that.
Wonderful. And there's so many women and moms, मैं especially new moms की बात करूँगी. उनको कुछ करना है, खुद का बिजनेस, दे वांट टू डू समथिंग, बट उनको वो करेज नहीं आता है करने का. उनके लिए आप क्या बोलना चाहते
करेज लाओ. कहीं मिलता नहीं है, नहीं तो बेचते हो. बट तुमको सी अल्टीमेटली एवरीबडी नीड्स टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस कि भाई आप अकेले आए और आपको अकेले ही जाना है. ये सनातन सत्य है ना? तो इस दरमियान आप अपनी जिंदगी को इतनी अच्छे से जियो कि आपको कोई रिग्रेट ना रहे. And I think every woman out there must prioritize herself. I have seen this way too much and it's very sad.
Too much.
It's very sad.
मतलब रीजन है या मेरा बच्चा या मेरा घर या मेरा हस्बैंड या
सब
मेरी
छोड़ के
फैमिली.
चले जाएंगे बहनों. कोई रहने नहीं वाला है. बच्चे उड़ जाएंगे, पंछी घोंसला छोड़ के उड़ जाएगी, पति को संभालना लेटर ऑन होगा, अभी तो पति भी अपने ही धुन में होंगे, आप अपने धुन में रहो। यू स्टार्ट लुकिंग आफ्टर योर सेल्फ और अपने कैरेक्टर को बिल्ड करो। मतलब नॉट अबाउट, आई डोंट टेक इट एनी अदर वे, बट कैरेक्टर मीन्स आपका स्ट्रेंथ, आपका माइंड स्ट्रेंथ जो है, आपका मेटाबॉलिज्म, ये सारे ही कैरेक्टर में आते हैं। आप किस तरह से अपने आप को देखते हैं, उसको आप बदलो। यू नीड टू चेंज दैट।
नहीं, मैं अगर माइथोलॉजी की बात करूँ, यू टॉक सो मच अबाउट दी स्टोरीज, भगवत गीता, इज दैट रियली ट्रू? ये सारी जो स्टोरीज हैं, या दीज आर जस्ट ब्यूटिफुल स्टोरीज?
It really is about what you think about it, honestly. Okay, I'll give you a simple analogy. Okay, एक बहुत सुंदर कमरा है, बहुत सुंदर कमरा है, जैसे आपका स्टूडियो है, बड़ा सुंदर है। अब क्या होता है कि इस सुंदर से कमरे में जब लाइट चली जाती है, और आपने बहुत इसकी तारीफ कहीं कहीं की है, और वन ऑफ योर वेरी क्लोज फ्रेंड्स हैज कम टू सी द स्टूडियो एंड द लाइट्स आर गॉन, आपको सिर्फ अंधेरा लग रहा है, कुछ नहीं दिखाई दे रहा। अब वो बेचारी जो देखने आई है स्टूडियो को, वो कहेगी इसमें तो मुझे है ही नहीं, ये सारा अंधेरा ही अंधेरा है। और एक कहीं से एक रोशनी कैंडल आप जलाते हो और आप उसको लेकर आते हो उस अंधेरे में, एंड शी सेज वाह वाह, लाइफ इज लाइक दैट। आपके मन में अंधेरा है तो सब चीज वहीं पे जहां पे होनी चाहिए। तो सिंपल आंसर इज यस, ऑल ऑफ इट इज ट्रू। दैट्स द सिंपलेस्ट आंसर। देयर इज रामा, देयर इज कृष्णा, देयर आर इंद्रास, देयर इज हेवन, देयर इज अर्थ, देयर आर असुरास, देयर आर राक्षसस। जो सब बाहर है वो सब आप ही के अंदर भी है। My father would always give me this example that just because it's not visible to you does not mean that it's not there. Okay, now that you tell me that ये है क्या, आपने कितना इसके बारे में पढ़ा है? Do you even know how many Veds are there? Do you know how many Upanishads are there? Do you know what Vedangas are? Do you know what Dharma Shastra is? Do you know that in the Mahabharata, there are 5 epics that have emerged from the Mahabharata? Do you know even one? Do you know who the Saptarishis are? Do you know that we knew that the earth was round long before Galileo said that the earth was round, and then he was kind of hung?
Right.
Do you know the culture from where you come? It encompasses civilizational memory, history, and intelligence.
I feel so proud.
I think everybody should. High time. Everybody should. Start wearing Indian clothes. Start dressing up the way Indian women would dress. Even men should, but I won't comment. I'm not focusing on men right now. I'm focusing on the women. Right? Behave according to your prakriti. Understand what your doshas are. Celebrate life. Celebrate moments. Celebrate food. Celebrate the fact that you're alive. You have a roof over your head. Look at the world outside.
Correct.
We have survived. We are the oldest living civilization. How can you have these questions? I'm talking about
Yeah.
Why would you have these questions? Upbringing. When we were small children, 2-3 years old, we would go to kathas on Vedas, on Upanishads. We were taught the Bhagavad Gita. I was, in fact, a zonal gold medalist in Bhagavad Gita. Not because I wanted to do it, but because it was a competition and the prize was 5,000 rupees. A lot of money.
Correct. And आजकल के जो पेरेंट्स हैं, इस चीज को आगे कैसे ले जाएं, अपने बच्चों को कैसे सिखाएं?
पहले खुद करें। जब हमारे संस्कार हैं, जो धर्म तो वैसे हिंदू धर्म है ही नहीं, सनातन संस्कार होता है, धर्म बाकी सब है। वी आर नॉट अ धर्म, ओके, वी आर अ लाइफस्टाइल, राइट? सो अगर हम सनातन संस्कार की बात करें, तो जब हमारा बर्थडे होता था, जन्मदिन, तब ऐसा माना जाता था कि आप जल्दी उठोगे, आप अपने माता के चरण छूओगे, उन्होंने आपको, वो जननी है आपकी, आप अपने पिता के, मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो, फिर आप अपने गुरुजनों को जाकर मिलते थे, आचार्य देवो भव, वो आपको शिक्षा देते, वो आपके भगवान है, आप उनको फिर ऐसा कहते थे कि जितनी तुम्हारी उम्र है उतना तुम पेड़ लगाओ। आज आप 6 साल के तो 6 पेड़ लगाओ। फिर आप गायों को खिलाओगे, बकरियों को खिलाओगे, पंछियों को खिलाओगे। फिर आप घर में बहुत बड़ा सा, अगर आपकी परिस्थिति अच्छी है तो यू विल ऑर्गेनाइज अ लवली लंच फॉर ऑल द पीपल, कम्युनिटी एंड एवरीथिंग, और अ डिनर, व्हाटएवर। डिनर का कॉन्सेप्ट कम था, लंच का ज्यादा था। फिर शाम को आप सब मंदिर जाओगे
Hmm.
और उस दिन उस बच्चे के नाम पे अर्चना होगी. This was we were celebrating birthdays. What are you doing now? Getting drunk at 12 o'clock in the night? It's true. How are you challenging something that is written on stone, etched on stone, lived by thousands and crores of human beings over a year and question it? When all this generation right now is doing is gratification, instant gratification. अभी प्यार हुआ, अभी सेक्स किया, अभी बचाओ, अभी टूट गया. There is no value for people. Today, I do not even know who's working. I do not know Vishnu or Vishal because they're behind the camera. I'll finish my work and I'll go. But the culture teaches me to spend 5 minutes and understand who they are.
Right.
That is the Indian civilization.
And we are missing that.
Missing, you've gone beyond missing it. It is the foreigners, and I must thank all the people from England and Russia and Germany, UK, France, to have come back here and shown us what our culture is.
ऐसी कोई एक स्टोरी जो आजकल के मॉडर्न पेरेंट्स के लिए बहुत रेलेवेंट हो और आप शेयर करना चाहते हो, सम लेसन?
I can definitely suggest that for modern day living, right, read the Mahabharata.
सो आपके इतने एक्सपीरियंस से 3 mistakes that this generation is making and is a big no in their lifestyle.
Food habits would be the first biggest mistake that they are making. I think that this generation is also more intelligent than we were. I give them that credit, and I believe that they are also more principled than our generation.
Okay.
They're morally, they don't do anything wrong deliberately. This 100% this generation is more capacitated, but they need to improve their food habits. They need to understand the connection with nature.
Right.
Becoming more nature centric in everything that they do. So if there is a flight that need not be taken and a train can suffice, please take the train. Those kind of things.
Okay.
If you do not need 10 clothes, 10 pairs of jeans, just stick to 2. And third, recognize the value of time. These are the 3 things according to me. But otherwise, I feel compared to us who were born in 70s or 80s, I feel the kids that are born in 90s, 2000s are much more sensitive, much more intelligent, and much more principled.
And one last question. 3 tips for women who are in their 30s or 30 plus.
Take care of yourself. When I say take care of yourself, I mean take care of what you're wearing, what you're eating, who you are meeting, what content you're watching, and what are you gossiping. Take care of all of that.
Thank you.
Gossip is the biggest mischievous person in our lives.
True, so true.
It builds your karma. What you speak will come back to you, and you can never escape karma.
मतलब मुझे आई थिंक और 2-3 एपिसोड्स करने पड़ेंगे आपके साथ बिकॉज आई हैव सो मेनी क्वेश्चन आई वांट टू नो सो मेनी थिंग्स.
Yeah.
But
in time.
yeah.
Yes, it'll happen.
But we have the last section, which is rapid fire questions. Ayurveda in one word.
Life.
Your dosha type.
I am a Vata combined with Kapha.
One Ayurvedic herb you swear by.
2 actually. One would be Ashwagandha, second would be Shatabdi.
Morning or night person.
I think I'm a whole 24-hour a day person. I used to be a very night person, but now I'm
One myth about Ayurveda.
that it takes too much time to heal diseases.
Favorite Indian mythological character.
I will not call it a mythological character. My most favorite character in Indian Puranas is Shri Krishna.
One wellness tip for busy moms.
Breathe.
वही तो नहीं
Every
मिलता.
time, breathe. When you're in a meeting, breathe. When you get out of a meeting, breathe. You're going to the bathroom, breathe. Just breathe. Huge impact it has on your life.
Breathing help. A book you love.
Oh my God. Now that you put me on the spot because my house is filled with books.
Oh.
My office is filled with books. But I think one of the best books that has touched my heart in every single way possible is the Valmiki Ramayana.
One superfood everyone should eat.
Okay, that's a little complicated. I think if I have to just categorize it in one category, it should be millets.
One skincare ritual you follow.
I always and always cleanse, tone, and moisturize.
A business lesson you live by.
Be on time and mean what you say. Two things: be on time and mean what you say.
Parenting in one word.
Just love. When it should be unconditional. I think the word should be unconditional.
So lovely. So it was amazing having you today
Thank you.
here at Moms Unmuted. One last thing you would like to say or share or suggest to our audience?
I think through this medium, you're doing a great service to society. This is something that I really appreciate. And you come from a place of inquisitiveness, of understanding simple questions and their answers. So be like that. Don't get it too complicated, because many times when I answer, I feel I go into so much depth, because I've lost that in the process of knowledge. I've lost that simplicity of answering questions in one line, and I believe, it is a problem, and I feel that while my answers are very deep, I do come from a very simple and humble space of life and living life. And that's what I liked about you. I just thought the way you conducted the interview was so simple for many people to understand. I think that's what a good teacher does. Whatever she or he teaches reaches many more people. I think that's what I appreciate about you.
Thank you so much. मुझे आज बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला and I'm waiting to learn more from you, ma'am.
Yes, life will teach you. Right?
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you.
सो आज के एपिसोड से मुझे बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला. आई होप आप लोगों ने भी बहुत कुछ सीखा. इसमें से शायद एक भी चीज़ अगर हम अपनी लाइफ में इम्प्लीमेंट कर लें तो इट वुड बी अ ग्रेट अचीवमेंट फॉर बोथ ऑफ अस. अगर आज का एपिसोड आपको पसंद आया हो, कुछ सीखने को मिला हो, प्लीज़ शेयर करना मत भूलना एंड लाइक, सब्सक्राइब एंड कमेंट.